So, Wall Street had a pretty eventful Thursday, and the mood was mostly positive. Between strong economic numbers, some legal fireworks at the Fed, and the latest from Nvidia, investors had plenty to chew on. Hey everyone, it's Friday morning, August 29th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. The Nasdaq led the charge, rising about 0.5% and finishing just a hair below a fresh record. The Standard & Poor's 500 added 0.4%, crossing 6,500 for the very first time and notching a second straight all-time high. And the Dow crept higher by 0.2%, which was just enough to hit a record of its own. The rally came on the back of some surprisingly strong economic data. The government revised U.S. GDP up to 3.3% growth in the second quarter, compared with just 0.5% contraction in the first. That rebound was driven by a drop in imports, after companies rushed to front-load shipments before tariffs earlier this year, and a solid pickup in consumer spending. At the same time, weekly jobless claims fell, showing layoffs remain low. All in all, the economy looks sturdier than many feared. But the Fed also stole the spotlight. Governor Lisa Cook sued President Trump after refusing to accept a termination letter he sent earlier this week. Experts say this could be the biggest test yet of the central bank's independence from political pressure. Investors are watching closely as it plays out. Now, let's talk Nvidia. The stock initially stumbled after earnings with disappointing data center sales and concerns over its China business. By the close, shares were only down about 0.8% as investors dug into the details. The company reassured Wall Street that demand for its AI chips is still extraordinary. CEO Jensen Huang highlighted surging orders for the Blackwell GPUs and even hinted at re-engaging in China's massive $50 billion AI market, despite geopolitical headwinds. And with July's PCE inflation data dropping today, markets will get another big test before heading into the weekend. Alright, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.